Busy out tonight. Stick behind here. Hello everyone and welcome to Crafty Thursday. We have got 10-minute chat time before we start at 7 o'clock. And what have you been up to today? Well, what have I been up to today? I have been getting ready for my presenting June, like getting all my graphics done and getting everything done for June, my games, my this and that, and lots of different things that happen that I do and interact with during the month. Hi Tanya, how are you? You're going to love June, I tell you. We're doing something a little bit different, but every day is going to be a story day, so you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to have to pop on, even if it's only for 5 minutes, but you're going to have to pop on every day because there's going to be something happening every day, which is exciting. And it's going to be Aussie month, so everything to do with our little characters around Australia. So I had to think outside the square for June this year. I'm thinking, what can I do that's a little bit different? So I know I have some people out there that still love their punch art and die cutting, and we still have a lot of products that we have that we can use. So I decided I'm going to go a little bit that way. So it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of excitement. So Tanya, what have you been up to today? Did you work? Tell me if you worked today. And that you can hear me and that you can see me all right. That'd be good. I can't wait until tomorrow. I've got a hairdressing appointment tomorrow. So don't you just love it when you go to the hairdressers and they wash your hair? I think that's the best part, the massage in the head. So cool. I just want to make sure that I can see and hear everyone. I'm just going to make sure that I've got this all around the right way. So let's see. I can see that you're on, Tanya, but if you have commented, I can't see the comment. So I'm going to try swiping my phone to the left. Okay, now what did I do the other day to make this work? I can't remember what I pressed. Let's go question mark. Oop. Okay, that wasn't what I did. Let's go back. Swipe left to reveal comments. Maybe it was. Hello Tanya, I can see your comments. Okay, this new phone is just taking me a little bit of time to work out what I've been doing. Cleaning the house, that's exciting. Working tomorrow. Yes, you can hear me. You're wonderful, 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 wonderful. So if you come on, I better introduce myself. If you come on for the first time, my name's Teresa Brown and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Warragul in Victoria and have been for 19 years, going into 20 years. And we are right now in chat time for 10 minutes before we start Crafty Thursday. Okay, so if you come on, say hello, tell us where you're from and tell us what you've been doing today. What have you been up to? Tanya's been doing housework. Tomorrow she's working. Tomorrow I'm going to the hairdressers. Today I've been working. So we all do different things different days, don't we? So that's really lovely. So what else have you been up to? I can't see. Is anyone else commenting on here? Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget comments go into our gift giving now. We're nearly finished at the end of May. I can't believe we're nearly finished at the end of May. And I've still got a couple of cards to do, so on Sunday I'll try to get them all finished for our post out ones on Sunday. Lots happening on the weekend, so I'm going to try really hard to get them done. And if not, I'll do them through the week, but hopefully I'll get them done on Sunday for you and get them over onto YouTube for the girls that don't actually watch Facebook. So don't run away, stay with us, because we've got a fun little Z-fold card to make tonight. It is a simple little one, but it's a lovely little one. It's a good way of making a Z-fold card. It's easier, just a little bit different to how I made one a few days back with a completely different set. We're using the Help Me Grow. So I love this stamp set. It's just one that works so well, and it's one that we have going throughout May. So I love that we can use those products. So any other news out there? Anyone else got anything exciting they want to share? I'm just waiting to see if any comments come up. I know the comments are working because Tanya's commented, so if you've got something to say, get on there and say it, and say hello, and don't be shy. It's very hard. Hopefully we've got some new people watching, and that'd be nice. Now don't forget, we've only got until the end of the month if you want to get those free in-colour ink pads, the magnetic ones, in your starter kit for free. So you get all the in-colour ones that are in the nice new magnetic cases. So easy to pull out and in. And at the moment, if you join Stampin' Up and you've just been sitting on the fence thinking, am I going to join? Aren't I going to join? Good month to join, because you get all these new in-colours for absolutely free for joining up in May. So it finishes at the end of May. So yeah, exciting. And then don't forget, we have Paper Pumpkin. You have until the 10th to order your Paper Pumpkin if you want to be a subscriber in the Paper Pumpkin. We have been having a lot of fun over in the Paper Pumpkin Club. Now, our Paper Pumpkin Club is private, okay? It's private for a simple reason, is that I want the girls to be able to share different things, but for the first couple of months, I have put the videos over onto YouTube so everyone can see them, just because Paper Pumpkin is very new to Australia. And that's when we sort of, need to let people know what we're doing a little bit so that they can get excited and join in and that. But the girls get a little pin each month, which is really cute. And try to do it with a theme of what I'm doing for the month as well. So, yeah, so I've been working that out. And then we've got something really great happening in July as well. We've got lots of good things happening. Now, don't forget, we still have a couple of vacancies in our in-home class for June. So check them out online. Hi, Leonie. Good to see you're home and safe. You had a beautiful trip away. You love the photos that you shared online. Absolutely love them. So beautiful. Beautiful to share photos when you go overseas. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So you're going to have some scrapbooking to do. Who saw our scrapbook page we did this morning? 11 o'clock scrapbooking on a Thursday. And we did a really fun little page today. If you didn't get to see it, this is the page that we did this morning. How cute is that? And this is to do with like a beach theme, but have a look at the little smileys. Oh, they're just so cute. Very, very cute little scrapbooking page this morning, which was case from one of our Stampin' Up workshops that were held in 2026, so our last one, which was really, really good. So that was really good. Good to see you, Leonie. So, okay, we've got a couple of minutes to go. Has anyone got anything they'd like to share? Any questions about your Stampin' Up products, or anything about joining, or about Paper Pumpkin, about Crafty Thursday, scrapbooking, whatever. Don't forget to leave it in the comment and I'll get back to you afterwards. That's not a problem. If you got something that you'd like to share, please put it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget, you need to comment and say hello to get your name in our monthly draw. So everyone needs to get on and say hello and where you're from. So love to know where you're from, because you never know, there might be another person that lives just up the road from you and does card making too, and is looking for someone to create with, and they go, oh my God, that person lives in Mornington and just up the road from me. Or that person lives in Bendigo or Colac or Bensdale or Warragul, anywhere. So good time to get on there and share. Okay, so let's get started. Let's come down and get started on our card. Okay, don't run away, because it's good to actually have that little bit of chat time so that we can see what we're doing or what everyone's doing. It gives you time to interact with the other people on there as well. So we're using the Help Me Grow stamp set tonight, which I really, really love. I'm just going to move that phone out of the way and pop that over there. And when you, in the post-out ones, you get your instruction sheet. So we're going to score our card now. So this piece of card is 20 by 21. So it's the actual width of the card. Our A4 card is 21 centimetres. So this is 21 centimetres. And then I've cut it off at 20 centimetres. Then I'm going to score it at 5 centimetres. So I'm going to come here and score at 5. Don't forget our light blade is our score blade. And then 10. Okay, so 5 centimetres, then 10 centimetres. So that's what we need to do. And then we need to fold these. Okay. And I like to fold them back on each other like this. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn and cut 6 centimetres from the top. So we're going to turn it around and line it up at 6 centimetres. And we're going to take that 6 centimetres off. Okay, so we're going to do this. Now I'm doing it slow because I know some people have got kits and they might be doing it with me. So you've got this little piece here. Now everything else should be cut up in your kit for you, hopefully. So we have, doing this a little bit different tonight. We're having, we're going to put our back piece in first, in here. And this piece here is, do you want the measurements, is 14 by, 14 by 9.5. So that's going to go into this section between the score line and here. And it's just going to line up nicely up the top there. Okay, don't have to worry so much about here because we're going to be sticking stuff on there. Okay, so make sure it's lined up to the top. Okay, so we're going to do that. Who likes said fold cards? They're one of my favourites for the simple reason there's so many different ways you can cut out a said fold card. So I think I've shown a few different ways now for people because there is lots of different ways that you can do it. Now this piece here is going to be, this goes like this. So we're going to put this piece on here. We're going to put the long piece here. And then we're going to open it up and the short piece over on this side here. Okay, so we're going to add our short piece first over here. So let's do that. Now this was the 6 centimetres that we cut off the top. I love cutting the 21 by 20 because then this is already scored ready for you to do, and you don't have to cut 2 separate ones. So we're going to line this up to the edge and to the bottom on this one. So right to the side. Oh, line him up. What I love about the Tombow glue is that you can move it around a little bit, and then we're going to close it, and you can see that it fits snug in there. Did I just move that? I did. And we're going to put a little bit of glue on this side to the score line. So we're just going to come in here to the score line. And you know it's 6 centimeters, so if you wanted to line this up like this, you could sort of, on your glass mat, you could line it up and you could bring it up here to the 6 centimeters. Okay, I'm just going to change this phone around just a little bit for you. Oh, sorry about that. Hopefully that's better. Okay, so then we've glued this bit on this side because we've glued this little piece on here. And then we've got the long score going right across on this one here. So we're just going to push that on there, and that's going to go onto there. So when it closes like this. You might want to get your bone folder and give it a bit of a twist. Okay, so now we're going to do some embossing. So I'm going to have this and this one underneath. This one is going to be on the front, so I'm going to put that aside. And that's for our pot, so I'm going to put that aside. So these are the pieces we've got to emboss. We have a white piece, a red piece, and a red piece like that. So that's the way they've got to go in the embossing folder. We also have some tie there that we need. So you can put them all in the embossing folder at the same time. Not so much this one. The exposed bricks is one that you can sort of get away with how you put it in. But some of the embossing folders, you've got to be very careful, especially if they're going across or down, horizontal or vertical. You need to make sure that they're going the right way, or they can look completely out of place. Okay, so, but this one's a pretty good one. It's one I use a lot because it just goes with so much. But you can use whatever embossing folder you have at home. That's not a problem. You'll still get a beautiful effect no matter what. So up with the die cutting machine. So we've got plate number 1, plate number 2, and plate number 3 for those newbies. And whoop, and I picked that up and moved it. So make sure you get it right. Especially if you've got a pattern, you want to make sure that it's going, that it stays straight. Fold, the fold goes in first, okay? The fold in first, and then come over with your plate number 3 again. Oh no, sorry. I'm not doing that right. How many of you said she's doing that wrong? Yelling out, Teresa, you're doing it wrong. I need me grey plate. I'm doing an embossing folder. That's what not to do. Do not do that. That would not have winded through, okay? So we're going to remove plate 2 and 3. We're not going to have the other 3. We're just going to have plate number 1. Then our 3D embossing folder. Oh, that little one wants to move around again. I'll just straighten him up. And then plate number 4. All the numbers are on the plates, okay? So, and then you're going to wind it through. I'm going to turn it around so I can wind this way because it makes it a bit easier for me to wind. Okay. And I think that's all the embossing I've got to do tonight. So we're going to move this one out of the way, and you can sort of see now we've got the 3 pieces the way they're meant to be. Who loves using the embossing folders? Do you use them a lot? Tell me in the comments, is that a favourite? Embossing folders for a background, or do you like to stamp the image for a background? Because some people like to stamp, some people like to do embossing. Now this red piece here is going to go straight into here. Okay, so we're going to put this into here. I wonder who's on. Hello, Glenda. I can see Glenda's on. I can see Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Good to see you. We're going to put some ink on here. And this is going to the little bottom piece down here. And then we've got, oh, sorry, I didn't give you the measurement of that. This one is 8 by 4.5. And this one is 9.5 by 5.5. And this one's going to go the top here. Just going to make sure I put them the same way around. We're going to put this one on. Try not to put the glue right to the edge, because if you put it right to the edge, when you actually put them down like this, the glue automatically, when you press it, will move up. So you've got to be really careful there. So we've got our piece there, and then we've got a piece that goes on the inside here as well. And that's that piece. And I'll tell you the measurements. So it's 5.5 by 4.5. If you've been doing all the posts out with me, tell me in the comments, have you loved like we did December, we started in December, we've done 6 months of posts out, now we're having a little break, and we're going into a couple of themes, which is really good over the next couple of months, a couple of themes. So how exciting is that? Okay, so we're going to do some stamping on here now. And I'm going to use my trendy little tool here. I love it. Love, love, love. I'm hoping the pot will fit on there. I'm sure it will. If not, we'll put it onto a block. But this is so helpful when you're your hand doesn't work properly. I tell you what, it is the best thing that's brought out. I love it. So we need the little, looks like gravel. So I'm going to put that one over there. And then we're going to also need where is it in here? It's interesting. It doesn't look like it's in here. I wonder where that stamp went. Maybe it was from a different stamp set, and I think it was. I think it was from this one over here. Yes, it was. Okay, so we're doing a bit of a mix and match. So we're bringing in the other stamp set that we've been using for the month of May as well, and that was the Note of Spring, which was one of the products of the month, and we're going to come in with the this bit here to make it to fill the pot. We could put flowers on it, but I wanted to show you that you can use different products, especially when you've got products. You can use different ones. So I'm going to grab this. Now don't forget, if you're doing paper puncturing or you're doing kids, you can always use the stamps out of your kits as well, okay, because they are beautiful. Some of them have got beautiful fonts on them. Okay, I think we're all set up for that now. How's everyone going? Hi Sharon, how are you? Hi Ruth, good to see you. Good to see all these people on. Tell me if you're from overseas. Yeah, I'd love to know where you're from. I sent out some happy mail the other day to overseas people, and we had them to England, we had them Canada, we had America, we had Mexico. Okay, I'm going to press that down on here. Now this goes with the Stampin' Positioner, this one here. But it's fantastic. It really is one of the best for you because if you've got problems with arthritis or your hand doesn't work properly like mine, you've had a bit of a stroke or something like that, then yeah, it's fantastic. Okay, so we're going to come down and we're going to push this onto here. Now, if you don't want it strong, you can always do it on a stamp off. So I'm just going to come down and push down, and then I'm just going to lift it. So you can sort of see when I'm really quick and easy, not a problem. I love that it's got a little bit of crackle through it. You can do, I'll show you the other one after I finish. I did a stamp off on that one. This one I did full, just so you can see the difference. Clean your stamp. It will mark it because it's red, okay? But it doesn't stop it from stamping. But when you use red, it will discolour it. And then we've got this one. I'm just going to wipe that bit of ink. Not that it's going to be any problems. Now we're going to cut this one out. Where did I put those little scissors? It's funny, you know, because I have things sitting right here in front of me, and then I go and use them. And what did I use them for is what I'm going to ask you. No, I've got that many pairs of scissors and I can never get one right in my craft table here. I'm always looking for them. Who's always looking for their scissors? Oh my God, where did they go? They've got to be here. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick little swoop again. Sorry guys, I thought I was sitting here. Just do a little swoop up here and have a little look. They usually hide from me. Okay, sorry guys. They should be just here because I used them earlier. But where did I put them? Oh, who hides things on themselves? I do, all the time. Okay. Oh, this is very annoying. They're probably looking at me, going, we're right here, Teresa. Okay, not a problem. I can't find them, I'll use my blade. I'm just looking really hard because I have got so much on my table. Let's hope I can find my blade. We'll be right. I'm going to put the lid on this before I put anything in it. Don't run away. We will show you how to use the pick tool blade. Okay, yes, it's here. I really can't believe that those scissors had disappeared on me. So we're just going to take out the little spatula and the little pointy piercing one, and we're going to place, oh no we're not, we're going to take out the, boy, we're going to take out, screw out the little putty one, and we're going to screw in the blade. There you go. Did you know you can cut on your glass mat? Oh my God, it is perfect for cutting on. So we're going to cut out our little pot, and I'm not going to do an edge around it. I'm just going to cut right on my pot. Might make it a little bit shorter. That's okay. Sorry about that if I do. Come up. Now on this bit, I'm going to cut this back bit out. So I'm now going to cut along this white line here. And then I'm going to cut down this bit here. Hopefully I did that pretty good. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. Who needs scissors when you've got your pick tool? I love the pick tool's got everything on it. It's got the putty, you've got, if you haven't got one of these, let me just share with you quickly. It's got the brush, so when you're taking out your bits out of your embossing pieces, that also screws in here. So your blade, your putty, and your brush all come into this section here. I'm going to put the putty back in now. Okay, and the putty is really good because when you twist it, the little bit of putty will come out the end and you can pick up your little bits and pieces that are laying around. You can pick it up because it's like it reminds me of like a blue tack. So that's really good. And then the other end, you have two ends on each of these. So you've got your piercing tool and your spatula. So they just slide in. So you just slide them up to the little notch. And then it's got a little picture of a lock, so you can just turn it and it will show you that you twist it to the right, it's locked, untwist it to the left and it unlocks it. So, and then you've got your spatulas, your embossing tools as well, or your piercing tools. So that's your embossing, so if you want to emboss, so you can put them in. But I like to keep my piercing tool and spatula in there. So you work out what you like and keep your cap on it, okay? Lots of different things on that one and I love it. It's a great little tool. And tell me in the comments, do you have one? So look at that. We have that. That's going to go on to here. So I'm just going to very lightly grab a pencil. Well, it is a bit of a mystery today because I'm not quite sure why things have walked away over the other side of my room, but they have. So this is going to go here. So I'm just going to mark below my pot. Okay, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a guide of where I want to put these. Okay, so where I'm going to place them on there. Now I'm using the crushed curry and garden green. You can use whatever colours you want, but I decided to go with crushed curry first tonight. And my crushed curry never looks nice. For some reason it just doesn't look nice. So I'm going to come this way, because I just want to get that. Now don't worry if it gets on that. Remember I told you this is perfect because the good thing about this is it's only going to get onto your paper. So we're going to do 3 of these. So we need to do 1 out to the side. So you're going to sit it more on an angle, okay? And you're going to press down. Nearly dropped it. And I'm going to do 1 right through the center here, so more straight. So you're going to do it on this more straight. The paper's going to be straight. So we're going to come down with that one. And then we're going to come down with another one too. You can even come down a bit lower if you want to. It won't matter because your pot's going to cover it. So you can come in on a bit more of an angle there. Okay, so that's fine. Now we're going to clean that. And did you see, even though that this was coloured on the side there, it's not going to affect, like when you get it on your block, you have to be really careful because when you press down on your block, you can actually twist your block, which means that if it's got ink on it, naturally when you twist it, it's going to show up on your paper. But because this has got the 4 little springs on it, this comes with the positioner. I use the positioner quite a lot, but I love this for just doing some everyday stamping, every little bit of stamping. So we're going to, once again, we're going to load this up in the garden green. And if that's too dark, you can always stamp off a little bit, but I'm not going to stamp off. I'm going to just put a green one in there. And we might just do one more. We're just going to come down just a fraction. Beautiful. This is the only thing you have to be mindful of, is your feet. If you put your feet in them, make sure that you clean them. I did that on purpose to show you, because a lot of people forget about this feet. You know, they go, I'm not sure where the little dots are coming from. Well, that's where they're coming from, your feet. So make sure that you always have your feet clean. That is a gold nugget to remember. Okay, it really is. Okay, so it looks pretty messy at the moment, doesn't it? When you do it like that, it looks pretty messy. And then you've got your pot here, and we're going to come around and we're going to use our mini glue dot here. So I'm going to grab a mini glue dot. Who uses the mini glue dots? Tell me. If you use a mini glue dot, put it in the comments. Do you like them? They are really easy to use, and they can be used for a lot of different things. Okay, so I'm just going to find one here, which is right here. And this is where your little spatula or your little tool comes in handy, because you can just take that tiny little, I don't even know if you can see it, but it's a tiny little one. And we can just put this up here, because we want to put it on the back. And we're going to put this in half, roughly, and put that on the mini glue dot. We're going to turn it around, and we're going to, once again, up the other end of the table. Oh my God, I should have been working up the other end. There's my scissors. My scissors were under my silicone sheet. I can see them now. Okay, now why am I putting this on the silicone sheet? Because the mini glue dot will stick on the sheet and hold it. Okay, now another good little way of doing it as well, I'm going to show you another gold nugget as well, using the positioner. I'm just going to grab it. If you've got wonky fingers like me at the moment, you can put this on here and bring in your second pair of fingers, which are fantastic. Okay, so now it's going to hold it in place for me, so I'm not going to be struggling to do my bow. Okay, now I like to do my bows upside down, so I'm going to turn this around. Who likes to do their bows upside down? I don't know why I do. I just do. You can always put your little bit of magnet there if you want to hold that a little bit, and just tie your bow. So not only is it a positioner for your stamps, it also comes with a second pair of hands, which is fantastic. Now you can just cut this off to the length that you want. So we're going to have to grab those scissors, but at least I know where they are now. So just bring this in where you want. And I'm just going to grab them now. They're right there. They're under my silicone craft sheet. And I can just cut this here. And voila, now it's all ready, and it wasn't much of a struggle because I had my spare fingers there helping me. Now this is going to go over the top of this, like this, and that looks quite good when you do that. But we're going to put the gravel in first. So we're going to grab another block. You can do this on the block, or you can do it on your whatever you got, whatever you like using. So I'm just looking for, okay, I'm just going to grab my crumb cake. Right behind me. Sorry, I have a bit of trouble opening these. They're a bit hard sometimes on your hand. I've been using a lot of the in colours because they are just so easy to open. So I'm going to now come in and put some petals or pebbles along here. You can do as many or as little as you want. I'm just going to go a little bit thicker in that area. Okay, now we're going to use dimensions on the back of this. So we're going to grab our dimensions and we're going to raise it up. So I'm going to put one right over that mini glue dot and one there, one there. I want 4 on it because it just sits nicely. 4, it sits up nice. Thank you for having patience with me tonight. So you can sort of see it looks a little bit like until you put your little pot over the top of it, and then it becomes, and you can work your pot out to where you want it, but I can see my little pencil mark there, so I can come in with that there, and it looks like they're sitting in the pot. You could even curl your pot a little bit if you want to with your bone folder to make it curve around. So quite cute. And then we're going to mat them. So we're going to mat it on the red. So let me give you the measurements of these ones. So the measurement for the white is 10 by 6. So this should be 10.5 by 6.5. And this should be 11 by 7. Okay, 0.5 up. Okay, so a little bit of a border around each one. Tell me if you've got a positioner and how you like it. Do you use it for more than what it's meant to do? Do you use it for more than just stamping? Do you use it to help you tie bows? Because I do. It really helps. And then I'm going to put this one on here. That didn't sit straight. Oh, I love it that you can move it. Just that little bit you can move. Okay, and then where's our card? This is going to go on like this. So it sort of sits in the center of your card. Now by doing that, you've got to remember that you don't want to put glue on this back bit here. Okay, you don't want to put it on there because it's not attached to anything. I don't know if you can see that. You don't want it on this back bit here. So we're going to put a little bit on here. And look, sometimes I even use dimensions just to be on the safe side. So I know that I can put a dimension, the top and bottom. So I'm going to do that and put a dimension on the top and the bottom. And then I can hold it here and go, okay, put my finger there, and I know I can put another dimension down the bottom. And then I know, I don't know, yep, one more, that I can put one here, and I'm going to have to use some scraps. Oh no, I've got one more here, and I can put one over here. So we don't want it in this section here. Okay, so doing this, when you stick it on, you can see that it's going to just stick onto this part and this part. Okay, so we can take these off. I know some of the girls say, oh, you do it so fast, and I'm trying to do it not too fast for you. Okay, so I'm going to stick this right in, you just want to go up just a fraction, the center there. Okay, so now you've got that beautiful seed fold card that opens up. Now, I just want to show you the two. I'm going to come up. Okay, thank you for sticking with me. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Wendy Johnson. Hello, Susan. Okay, so there's the one we made tonight, which is just directly to the block, no stamping off. But this is the one I did the other day with stamping off. So you can sort of see that you'll never get two cards exactly the same. So it's really up to you whether you like to stamp off and get that light effect or whether you like it nice and solid. Now you can paint them as well, but I'm just showing you the two light ones, the two different ones I mean. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's little seed fold card. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all on Sunday for some more fun fold at 1 o'clock. So God bless you all, and thank you for thank you, Kay. I just saw your name come up and I went, oh, Kay's on. Hi, Kay. So lovely to see you. Thank you so much to everyone, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you for the love hearts. Love the love hearts. Love the thumbs up. Bye for now, and God bless you all.